started. If anybody has a question for Jaquan Brisker, please just use the raise your hand feature and I'll ask you to unmute. We'll start with Audrey Snyder.
Hey, thanks for your time. I'm just wondering kind of what's said in the locker room after a game like this, and is it any different than what's been said the last 4 weeks?
Honestly, it has been the same. Just we got to stick together. We have to execute more, and we just got to look ourselves in the mirror and see what team we want to be. We can't give up, and we just got to keep battling.
Next question for John.
Hey, Jaquan, appreciate your time this evening. Thank you. In terms of body language and attitude and demeanor, what are you hoping to see from your teammates, not just next week, but really for the rest of the season?
Honestly, a different team, a different fight, good body language. I feel like, honestly, we're going to go out the wrong way, the right way, and we just got to execute and just do what we got to do to win. So I feel like everybody's going to look themselves in the mirror and we're going to get it done.
Donnie Collins.
Hey, Jaquan, how do you go about getting a different kind of fight at this point in the season?
Honestly, it's just the little things. Try to clean up the little things. Whether it's just jugs before practice or anything like that. So.
Nate Bauer.
Jaquan, how would you evaluate how you guys have handled sudden change situations as a defense this season, and then more specifically today?
I would say sudden change. We just gotta just execute more. Just do a 111th. And some sudden changes are great, some are not. But honestly, just gotta come out there with our heads down and just play defense. Just stop the offense from scoring.
Ben Furry.
I just want you mentioned execution. What's the biggest thing to kind of turning that around and doing it on a consistent basis every play?
Just coming out there, practice every day. Just doing your job. Know what your job is, and just trust the man to the left and to the right. So to execute, we just gotta do that, and that's about it.
Audrey Snyder.
Can you take me through the play where it looked like there was an interception coming right for you? I mean, how much does a play like that kind of stick with you?
Honestly, it was played well. Obviously, I had man on the tight end. Kept my eyes on the tight end. Low hipped him. He looked back. I looked back. I thought it was gonna go higher, but it ended up. It was one of them easy balls that I should have capitalized and caught. And then I super surprised when I dropped it. But obviously, that's just me. It's the little things. I just gotta get on the jugs and things like that, and just capitalize for my team.
We'll go to John next.
Hey, Jaquan, how much of an impact has it been this season that you're playing home games without any fans? Because usually that would be, a rocking atmosphere for you guys.
Honestly, the football, if you love football, it doesn't matter if there's fans in the stadium or not. But for some players, maybe they were used to that. And obviously, playing in Beaver Stadium, the crowd is a big difference. That's 110,000 people screaming at you, and it's not so easy to get the play in, to make checks, to hear the signals or whatever. So from that perspective, it's big. But for a player, if you love the game, you really don't pay attention to the crowd like that. So, but obviously with 110,000 screaming, and whether they're wearing all white and things like that, people play different. People are very nervous out there on offense, and that's where they make mistakes like false starts. They don't know the plays or they drop balls, and it affects the players on offense.
Mike Porman.
Thanks. Thanks for your time. A quick two questions. How surprising is the 0-5 start, and what will be the top one or two reasons for it?
It's very hard being 0-5, but we just can't quit. And to turn it around, we just, like I said, just have to execute and come out with energy and just make our plays. That's about it.
Nate Bauer.
You guys, in the secondary, you didn't have Keaton for a few weeks, and you haven't had Tariq for the last this week and last week. What's the impact of that? Like, what are the ramifications to the secondary when those guys aren't available?
Next man up mentality here at Penn State. Next man up, and whoever is up is going to do the job. So that's about it.
Go to Ben Jones.
Jaquan, this is a little off the beaten path, but do football players, do you ever dream about football?
Yes. I believe I probably dream about like 3 or 4 times a week about football, especially before the game, just trying to put myself in that, like once I dream, I just like see like the plays I make, or I'm just out there on the field, or however it is, however it goes. But I dream about football.
Donnie Collins.
Jaquan, why was the Iowa running game so good? What do they do well that you haven't seen other teams do?
I'll say, honestly, they were showing they were motioning to where they were going, and then I would say they would motion to where they would go, and they were just playing fast. Like once the motion started, he got to the other side, they snapped the ball, and then the rest just occurred. So that's about it.
Last question for Jaquan is going to go to Mike Porman.
Jaquan, you're going to be in a everyone leaving campus and not coming back. You're going to be in a bubble for the next 4 weeks. How do you guys feel about that? And you guys all on the same page? When you're 0-5, sometimes you kind of start to eat your young a little bit.
Honestly, we honestly been. It feels like we've been in a bubble ever since we got here. The way we treated the virus and things like that. We've been very safe as a team, and it really, having people on campus or not, wouldn't affect us. And also, what was your second question?
It said sometimes, when you're in a situation like this, there's some infighting. Have you seen that, or are you guys still on the same page?
Well, here at Penn State, we will forever be family, regardless of we're 0-30, we're undefeated. It doesn't change. I'm my brother's keeper. Those are my brothers in the locker room, and we're all brothers no matter what. We don't point fingers or anything. We just got to look ourselves in the mirror, and we'll get this thing right.
All right, Jaquan, thank you for your time. For those of you that might have shown up a bit late, Jaquan's full session will be momentarily available on Box. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaquan.